Hello and welcome back to the channel. You joined me on my way to do a photo shoot of Luke and his BMW M6. Now, I met Luke a few months ago at a car show that took place just outside his cafe, and he got in contact this week to say that he's thinking of selling his car and would I be interested in doing a photo shoot for him. So of course the answer was yes, and I thought to feed the beast that is YouTube content creation, I'd bring you guys along as well. Take you around the car, but also take you through my thought process when I'm shooting a car. Okay, so you can see we've got the M6 in the background and we're here at Danny's Cafe. I wanted to start the shoot here because it's where I first saw the car, it's where I first met Luke. Also being the cafe that he and his brother own, I thought it'd be cool to get some photos of that in the background. The other cool part about this cafe is it has a giant car park just next to it, which I wanted to use to get started to really focus in on the car and remove all distractions. So I'm not sure what it's like for other photographers, but I know for me, for example, I really need to have about 10 or 15 minutes just to get started, get into a groove and really warm up. So what I like to do is get your really safe photos, so your front on, side on, your front and rear 3/4, that sort of stuff. Once they're in the bag, I can start looking for details. And being a BMW M car, you know there's going to be plenty of those. It also means once I have those, I can look to be a bit more artistic. With the car placed in the middle of the car park, it was time to get the safe shots in the bag. Once they were done, I wanted to focus in on some of the details of the M6, such as the wheels, the M badges, and the headlights. These are the types of shots that can really stand out, and whilst they're certainly not groundbreaking, they do take a level of effort that many may not bother with. Next up was the interior, which I used my 18-55 lens for. This is a 24-70 in full frame terms, and I used this just to get as much detail of the interior in as possible. I then tried to pick out some of the unique details of the M6, such as the gauge cluster, the gear selector, as well as some of the M badging that's dotted around the cabin. And now we're off to the second spot. So while we're doing that, I thought I'd talk about the gear that I'll be using for today's shoot, because let's face it, everyone loves to talk about gear. So for the photos, I'll be using almost exclusively my 50-140 2.8, which is equivalent to a 70-200 if you're working in the full frame world. Now, it isn't a cheap lens, but its value for money is just out of the world. I mean, this thing is an absolute beast of a lens. Now, I want to use this because it'll allow me to really punch in on the car and really just isolate the background. The other lens I have with me today is my 18-55 f2.8 to f4, and I'll use that for any video that I want to do or if I want to incorporate the background. So the second spot we're going to use out here at Olympic Park, I want to actually use the background to kind of help accentuate the car and go along with the car as well. And that's going to just about do it for today's video. So huge thank you to Luke for reaching out and contacting me and asking me if I was interested in doing a shoot on his car. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't completely boring and a waste of your time. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.